Hello and welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Kairim Zimek and here are the top stories of today's program. Northeast states further ease COVID-19 restrictions as Unlock 4 begins. Amid COVID-19, life returning back to normal in Nagaland. And Tripura launches special COVID-19 testing camps. Amid COVID-19 pandemic, the centre released Unlock 4 guidelines, allowing significant relaxation. Several states have started coming up with their own set of rules. We have a report on how the northeastern states are gearing up under the new guidelines.
Following the announcement of a fresh set of guidelines by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs for Unlock 4.0 that commenced on September 1, most of the states further eased the coronavirus-induced restrictions on the movement of people and functioning of commercial establishments with mandatory COVID-19 precautions. Under the new guidelines, social gatherings up to 100 people with social distancing, open-air theatres are allowed. Schools, colleges and other institutions, cinema halls, swimming pools, theatres and similar places will remain shut till September 30. In Manipur, people were seen thronging the shops and market areas in Thangal Bazaar. After the relaxation, the state is witnessing an increase in the volume of vehicles on the roads.
Since Thangal Bazaar is one of the main market for the wholesale market, every district, every part of the Manipur come to purchase their this essential items and other items from here. And since most of the other entries are locked, the entry point where we are standing, the Gandhi Avenue entry, has been really busy.
The state government has relaxed the lockdown. So all the peoples of Manipur will be very happy.
In Meghalaya, all entry posts have been closed till 31st of August after a sudden spike in the number of coronavirus cases. Health officials are also conducting round-the-clock RT-PCR tests apart from checking documents before allowing anyone to enter. Police personnel were also seen on the job to check any illegal entry. The government has decided to close all entry points to Meghalaya for 1 week every month starting this month. In Arunachal Pradesh, which saw the highest single-day spike of 157 cases early this week, taking its total past 4,000, locals have welcomed the move initiated by the centre.
नाइट कर्फ्यू को हटा दिया गया है और इंटर स्टेट जो ट्रैवलिंग है उसको इजी बना दिया है। एक प्रकार से वेलकम है, लेकिन अगर सोचा जाए तो कोरोना वायरस भी चीज़ है। हम लोग को अभी तक तो 6 मंथ्स ऑफ ये जो लॉकडाउन है, रिगरस लॉकडाउन 6 मंथ्स तक हुआ है देश भर में, उतना तक तो ये पब्लिक को भी अवेयरनेस होना चाहिए। देखा जाए तो काफ़ी वेलकमिंग स्टेप्स MHA ने इस बार लिया है 4.0 में।
We should learn how to survive with it, but then along with this we should also restrict ourselves from being in a crowd or crowd gathering or any type of I believe that if we self maintain ourselves, there's no need of any guidelines.
Meanwhile, Assam Chief Secretary Kumar Sanjay Krishna recently notified that no more relaxations will be announced for the time being and the previous notification will remain in effect till September 4 midnight.
कोरोना देखिए अभी तो बीमारी दिन पर दिन बढ़ रहा है और जिस हिसाब से ये बढ़ रहा है उस हिसाब से तो थोड़ा चिंता का बात है। अब गवर्नमेंट का तरफ से जो पब्लिक अवेयरनेस के जो गवर्नमेंट का जो गाइडलाइन है, यदि हम लोग उसको जो फॉलो नहीं करेंगे तो ये हम लोग के लिए बहुत ही खराब है। तो इसलिए हम लोग के लिए जरूरी है गवर्नमेंट का जो भी नॉर्म्स वगैरह है, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग है, मास्क वगैरह पहनिए, सैनिटाइज करिए, खुद को भी थोड़ा दूर रखिए। तो दीज आर द प्रिकॉशंस हम लोग को ये लेना होगा।
सब लोगों को मैं अनुरोध करता हूँ, विनती करता हूँ, हम अपना सरकार का हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट का जो भी गाइडलाइन है वो अच्छा से माने, नहीं तो दिक्कत होगा।
Sikkim government has also issued revised standard operating procedure for movement of people in the state amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The new SOP is expected to benefit the people.
Moving on to Nagaland, following months of lockdown and restrictions imposed to combat the COVID-19 crisis, Nagaland government has decided to ease restrictions on economic activities across the state. The government has also decided to give special focus on the agricultural activities of the overall improvement of the economy. A report.
Months after lockdown, the situation in Nagaland is returning to normalcy. Covered with face masks, denizens were seen flocking back to the market to get their essentials. Women vendors were seen selling fresh organic homegrown vegetables. Shops with welcome back sign were observed waiting for the customers.
Ito ukhabrai ani gina sabji bikai alibi lockdown ho karni hi ito chumgena da ekdam lockdown hoi gina selfie na kori gina korbi kina ga cholabo na jane kor phare bi tipo na pare ajala fee bi tipo na pare bozar de hilibi manu phui bra pahar de na olai jebra selfie na kori gina ekdam tokpra he thagi ase.
As Dimapur is the business hub of Nagaland, the state government is taking various precautionary measures to stop the contagion in the area.
Lockdown shoy moina hoisha mkhan to bharti ola bole pina pare aji kali poila to sabi supermarket ki manu bi man thorta thaka aji kali to ekta duita hi ase itu amkhan opai na thaka pra aji kali sabji olop phekai ase.
Recently, an integrated molecular diagnostic and research laboratory was inaugurated in Twensang, the remotest village in Nagaland. For the interest of public safety during the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic, the government also imposed the odd-even system of non-essential vehicular movement within Dimapur town and National Highway 29 Tilchummu ke Dima from September 2nd to 30. Following the Unlock 4 guidelines issued by the central government, the Nagaland authorities have decided to allow the interstate movement of all types in Nagaland from September 1st. The relaxation includes commercial hotels, restaurants, gyms, salons, shopping malls, games and sports activities. All business establishments have been advised to take notes of the new consolidated guidelines.
There were overall total of 68 confirmed positive cases, out of which a total of 48 had already recovered, and still 20 positive clients are under COVID care hospital Twensang. Of all the positive cases, 57 are the returnee from the other states, and 3 positive cases are frontline workers, and 1 person detected through trace contact, and the remaining 7 persons are the people from the community. So, the recovery rate stands at 70.58%.
According to reports, the recovery rates in the state has increased to 76.62% and the fatality rate has declined to 1.78%.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. In a major development, Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Hospital Imphal recently inaugurated its Level 1 Trauma Care Centre. The newly inaugurated state-of-the-art trauma care centre has been constructed at the cost of Rs 11 crore under the centrally sponsored scheme Capacity Development for Developing Trauma Care Facilities in government hospitals located on national highways. The construction work, which began in 2016, was initiated by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare with a mission to build a pan-India trauma centre network within every 100-kilometre radius. Joining with the rest of the nation, Meghalaya recently celebrated National Sports 2020. On the occasion, the Department of Sports and Youth Affairs felicitated the sportsperson who represented and brought laurels to the state at various sporting competitions in the field of karate, athletics and football within the country and abroad. The players and coaches were also awarded a cash prize of Rs 10,000 each. The players were felicitated for the 68th edition and the 17th Subroto International Football Tournament and National Sub-Junior Football Championships 2019-2020. 5 people were apprehended recently for fraudulently withdrawing money from Assam Chief Minister's Relief Fund. A team of the Chief Minister's Special Vigilance Cell Assam apprehended 5 accused: Mohammad Arif, Mohammad Asif Lalji, Sarvesh Rao and Ravindra Kumar. Superintendent of Police CM Special Vigilance Cell Rosi Kalita said the Chief Minister's office detected some unusual transactions in a Chief Minister's Relief Fund, following which Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal immediately instructed the Vigilance Cell to start an investigation into the matter. The Mizoram's ruling party Mizo National Front MNF recently won the local council elections, winning 50 out of 59 local council bodies. 75.82% poll turnout was registered in village council polls. In the local council bodies, 60.34% of electors turned up to cast their mandate. Congress won in 4 local councils, 4 others went to independent candidates, while Zoram's People's Movement emerged victorious in 1 local council. With this, Mizoram became the first among 8 states in the Northeast to hold any election after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Assam government recently announced an award of Rs 20,000 to over 16,000 students who have passed a high school leaving certificate examination with over 75% marks under Anudoram Borwa Award. The Assam HSLC results were declared on June 6, 2020. Assam Education Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said the government will give cash to the meritorious students of Class 10 examination instead of providing computers. Moving on, as the number of COVID-19 cases is on the rise in Northeast region, authorities are taking a number of precautionary measures to tackle the pandemic. Special COVID-19 testing camps are being held in various municipal wards in Tripura's Agartala.
Amid the rise in COVID-19 cases, fear of stigma and being in isolation is driving people away from getting tested for the deadly disease. Authorities have been pushing for comprehensive preventive measures to bring the infected numbers down. As the number of COVID-19 cases continues to rise in Agartala, the Tripura government is holding a special COVID-19 testing drive at various municipal wards in Agartala.
সরকারের এই উদ্যোগটা অত্যন্ত প্রশংসনীয়। এই উদ্যোগের মাধ্যমে আমরা মানুষের দেহ থেকে যে রোগের ভাবধারাটা সেটা বের করতে পারবো, কিন্তু সবাই এগিয়ে আসতে হবে। আমি সবার কাছে আহ্বান রাখছি, আমি 20 নম্বর ওয়ার্ডে কাউন্সিলর হিসাবে বলছি, সবাই এগিয়ে এসে টেস্ট করুন, কোনো ভয় নেই। টেস্ট করলে আপনার রোগ দেখা দিলে আপনি অবশ্যই সুস্থ হয়ে যাবেন।
As per the tests conducted by health authorities, 50% of the COVID-19 cases were from West Tripura district. Agartala recorded a 21% COVID-19 positivity rate. The government's fight has received an additional boost with citizens providing overwhelming support to its endeavours.
कोरोना महामारी के बढ़ रहा है, इसके लिए थोड़ा डर है मन में। चेक कराने के लिए आए, यहाँ पर सुविधा हुआ है, बगल में कैंप लगा है, तो हम लोग संदेह दूर करने के लिए आए हैं, चेक कराने के लिए।
The health department, under a special screening drive, has opened testing centers in various wards where the cases are more, and it shall continue for 10 days.
আমরা একটা স্পেশাল ড্রাইভ হিসেবে আমরা নিই, যেহেতু এখানে ম্যাক্সিমাম কেসেস দেখা যাচ্ছে, আমরা একটা স্পেশাল ড্রাইভ নিয়ে মোটামুটি কিছু যেই সব ওয়ার্ডগুলিতে সবচেয়ে বেশি রোগীর সংখ্যা দেখা যাচ্ছে, ওই সব জায়গাতে আমরা স্পেশাল ড্রাইভ নিয়ে কিছু টেস্ট করছি, এবং এটা 10 দিন যাবত চলবে। এখানে ওই 10টা চিহ্নিত ওয়ার্ড এবং প্রতিটা বড় বড় বাজার, ওই জায়গাগুলিতে আমরা এভাবে স্ক্রিনিং টেস্ট হবে আর কি। তো যাতে করে আমরা আরও কিছু শনাক্ত করতে পারি, তাদেরকে আইসোলেট করতে পারি, যাতে করে কি এই যে
While the states of northeastern India have witnessed a surge in COVID-19 cases in the past few days, the government has been successful at pushing the peak point and flattening the curve.
Confined at home owing to the pandemic, people around the globe have started unleashing their creative sides and exploring their passions. Utilizing his time in creating something unusual at his age, a 13-year-old boy from Manipur has left many marveled as he developed a coronavirus-themed game called Koroboy. Here's more on this small wonder.
Now, let's play with COVID-19. Yes, you heard that right. A class 9 student from Manipur's Imphal city has developed a coronavirus-themed mobile game. When the lockdown was imposed and people were advised to stay at their homes, 13-year-old Baldeep Ningtho Jam, a curious teenager, thought of doing something innovative. The young boy was developing a video game when the whole world struggled to spend time at their homes. Amid the pandemic, 13-year-old Baldeep Ningtho Jam developed a game, Koroboy. Koroboy is a game about a boy from Manipur who is stranded and wants to return home. The character dons traditional attire and wears a mask while running towards its goal. The game, based on COVID-19 guidelines, is now available for Android users.
As the game development is new to me, I had to browse through YouTube and then read the documentations about this particular engine. So it took about 3 to 4 weeks to fully understand about this engine and to make this game.
Baldeep started using a computer at an early age of 4 and is presently studying in class 9 at Premier English School, Kanchipur. Baldeep is fluent with many programming languages such as JavaScript, PHP, Kotlin, etc., just to name a few.
This is very inspirational thing. We must appreciate him. He used computer in a very unique way. Also, he very keen in using computer. So during in this pandemic, the school also not running properly. So I suggest him to create a game so that it will give awareness to the people also.
Baldeep wants to emphasize the use of Lairum Phi in the game, as it will let more people know about the origin of the traditional wear of Manipur and his inclination towards indigenous artisans and, most importantly, the historical and cultural significance of it.
I am nungaiba phawibako adagi sum mayamna tawnadaba angangsinggi maraktagi manga top-topna tawthorakpasida yam nungaiba.
The game has created quite a stir by nearly getting a 5-star review on Google Play Store. The download count has crossed 5,000 as shown by the Play Store, while the exact number of downloads is 7,129 as per the information provided from the WizKid's personal Facebook page, where he keeps on updating about his work.
Moving on to Tripura, a horticulturist from Tripura has grown state's first commercial dragon fruit plantation, creating a new opportunity in agricultural sector of the state amid the coronavirus lockdown. Have a look.
As he plucks the delightful pink dragon fruit from his orchard, Parimal Das, a rubber nursery farmer turned horticulturist, it's not just holding a fruit, but his hard work and dedication on his hands. His effort has produced Tripura's first commercially grown dragon fruit in the state.
তো 2017 সালে ইউটিউবে আমি দেখতে পাই যে ড্রাগন ফ্রুট নামে একটা ফল আছে।
দেখে খুব আকৃষ্ট হলাম যে এই ফলটা যদি চারা পাইতাম করলে খুব খুশি হইতাম, মানে চারা তো আর পাই না। তারপরে আমি বিভিন্ন রকম খোঁজাখুঁজি করতে করতে আমি বাংলাদেশে খোঁজ লাগাইয়া কয়েকটা চারা কালেকশন করি, আর বাংলাদেশ থেকে কলকাতা হইয়া কিছু চারা আছে আমার এখানে 50টা চারা, এই আমি ড্রাগন চাষ আরম্ভ করি।
Trained in orchard farming from the State Horticulture Department, he employed his skill in cultivating various commercial fruits at his ancestral Kanchanmala village in West Tripura for the last 4 decades. On his venture to cultivate this exotic fruit, Parimal converted a part of his 1.5-acre mango and Mossambi orchard into dragon fruit plantation, built 8 concrete pillars, and the experiment commenced. This year, Das has already sold his first harvest to local vendors and earned rupees 400 per kilogram.
ভবিষ্যতে পরিকল্পনা আছে যদি চাকরি যদি না করি, আমি জব টব যদি না পাই, তাহলে আমার বাবার সাথে হেল্প করব, আর ভবিষ্যতে আমি আরও বড় করার ট্রাই করব ড্রাগন ফ্রুট, আরও কিছু বাগানের কৃষিকাজের উপরে দক্ষতা, বাবার সাথে থাকি, হেল্প করি।
His success in dragon fruit cultivation experiment has found good response from the government. Recently, the State Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb appreciated his effort. He has also started providing free training to people to encourage dragon fruit plantation and provides employment to 5 local youths and few daily laborers. The fruit, which is native to Central America, is high in nutritional value and contains antioxidants.
ফুটের সাথে তার ফ্লাওয়ার নার্সারি ছিল, রাবার নার্সারি আছে, ফল আম মুসাম্বির এসব ছিল। এখন ড্রাগনটার প্রতি বেশি জোর দিয়েছেন তিনি। এখানেই কাজ করি।
Through its cultivation, 55-year-old Parimal believes that it can play a major role in making the youths of the state self-employed.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. Like and subscribe Roving Report YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host, Skyrim, signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.